Greetings. This is the one you've known as Jesus the Christ. The United States is particularly divided these days politically, and you could say religiously and racially, since these things are intertwined for many people. Regardless of what you believe, it will be difficult to find many people, if any, who believe exactly what you believe. Differing beliefs make each of you unique, and different beliefs and perspectives make life and people interesting. People having different beliefs doesn't have to be a problem, unless the beliefs themselves infringe on other people's freedom to believe what they do and make the choices they do. As long as your beliefs don't infringe on other people's freedom, and as long as they respect other people's uniqueness and humanity, beliefs don't have to be a problem. The freedom to believe what you choose to believe is perhaps the most basic freedom. Without that, you won't be free, no matter how free other aspects of society might be. Without that freedom, you'll be ruled by beliefs imposed on you from others, either the state or a religion or a particular individual. This is dangerous and unhealthy for a society or nation. An important task of human evolution is learning about the power of beliefs in one's life, for good and for ill. This is a basic and essential lesson for all human beings, and they need the freedom to explore this. People must have the freedom to choose what they believe and experience the consequences of those choices, as long as those beliefs don't interfere with other people's freedom to believe what they believe. The problem is that most people are brought up with detrimental or limiting beliefs without realizing that they can believe something else and fare much better. Those being brought up in rigid belief systems suffer because of their faulty beliefs without realizing the cause of their suffering. They believe that they must believe those beliefs, or else. They're told that something terrible will happen to them if they question those beliefs, when in reality, the beliefs themselves are causing their lives to be more painful and difficult than their lives need to be. Their beliefs are causing them to suffer, but they're afraid that not believing them will cause them even greater suffering. They don't know what it's like to live according to truer beliefs, ones that don't cause them to suffer, and that allow them the flexibility to learn from their own mistakes. As you all know, some beliefs lead to bad results, both personally and societally, while other beliefs reap beneficial results. You're meant to discover which beliefs help you as an individual and a society, and which ones hinder. You're meant to discover for yourselves the rules by which to live. You're given some help in this by those who are wiser, who've come before you and written down what they've discovered. They learned the truth about life, meaning they discovered the rules by which to live that ensure that you and society thrive. They know which beliefs work and which ones don't. Some of that wisdom is recorded in religion, but unfortunately, religion is also full of beliefs that are not helpful, mistaken beliefs that cause great suffering. We, on higher dimensions, are available to point you toward beliefs that will lead to greater happiness, peace, and love, and many of you are applying these beliefs and discovering the truth of them. This has been necessary because most of you have been given beliefs by parents and others that were not helpful, ones that didn't help you fulfill your greatest potential and be the best person you could be. Surely those people meant to give you the right beliefs, but how could they if what they themselves were taught was faulty? Most people don't question the beliefs they were given. They don't test them, largely out of fear of going against what they were taught. Consequently, many never find their way to the truth. That doesn't have to be your fate. You can question your beliefs and replace ones that are limiting and negative with ones that help you flourish. Beliefs that help you flourish are surely also good for society. There are beliefs that are truer and work much better than others, and your task is to find your way to them by being open enough to question what you've been taught and replace any beliefs that take you away from love and peace with ones that take you to love and peace. That is the measuring stick for truth that we have to offer. Keep the beliefs that take you to greater love and peace, and throw out the ones that take you into fear, negativity, limitation, hatred, anger, or confusion. That's a lot of beliefs that you can throw out. Indeed, you don't need that many beliefs to live the life you're meant to live, to be the best human being you can be. The beliefs you keep will also be ones that allow others to live the life they were meant to live, because beliefs that lead to love and peace will always include beliefs that allow others to relax and be more loving and peaceful. So what are you to do with those who believe very differently than you, especially when those beliefs steep them in hatred, division, anger, blame, resentment, and other negative emotions? The answer is that you can only do so much about other people's choices. You must respect their free will and allow them to make their choices and learn from them. That is our relationship with you as well. Everyone is learning and evolving, and everyone is making mistakes and suffering over their mistaken beliefs. Human evolution is messy, and you must accept this and allow it to be messy. You can best cope with mistaken beliefs, ignorance, and the suffering those beliefs cause by forgiving them, for they know not what they do. This is not condoning their choices, nor is it letting them wallow in their own negativity. By forgiving them, you're actually helping them. You're helping to free them from their own negativity by not adding any of your own negativity to theirs. Sometimes the best you can do is not add any more negativity to the situation, since you're unlikely to change most people's minds by confronting them or even speaking rationally to them. When people are caught up in a negative egoic state, they can't be reasoned with, and they don't want your reasoning. They aren't open to facts or advice or teachings that might contradict their beliefs. If they ever come around and express an interest in you sharing your perspective, then share it. But until then, there isn't much point in trying to convert the unconvertible. Those deeply entrenched in egoic beliefs and negative emotions will not welcome your love and light, although kindness toward them is certainly the best response. Still, they may resent your kindness, your love, and your peace. When people are in a negative state, they'll try to make you wrong no matter what you say. So forgive them, for they know not what they do. This allows you to unhook from their negativity and not take it on, and to let go and let God, meaning let go of any fear around this, and rest in knowing that, given their circumstances and level of evolution, it would be impossible for them to be any other way in this moment, and that you can do little about this, and that in fact, it is all good, all in God's hands. Truly everything is unfolding as it needs to, and you can surrender any concerns or fears around this, since those only draw you into negativity. In these times, it's more important than ever to keep your vibration high, to remain as positive in your outlook as possible, and not let other people's negativity affect you. If that means disengaging from such people or from social media, then that may be the best course of action. Let others be as they are. Changing their beliefs is not your responsibility unless they invite you to share your understanding with them. Live and let live is an example of a positive philosophy to live by, which means let people live their lives as they choose, including letting them believe what they believe, and trust that they'll learn and evolve as a result. This live and let live philosophy is foundational to democracy, which celebrates such freedom, indeed demands it. What I mean by it's in God's hands is that this life that you've been given is being divinely guided toward greater love, and no matter how long it takes, life will take everyone to greater love, albeit by way of some suffering. Suffering eventually points everyone home to love. So if you meet someone who is hateful, angry, or afraid, they deserve your compassion, because it's very painful to be in such a state. Giving them compassion and disengaging from trying to change them or bring them down in any way will free you from their negativity and help you maintain a positive state, which will be most conducive to transforming the ugliness that exists in your world. Going to battle with evil will only embroil you in conflict with those you wish to change, and that will not change them. Raise yourself up by being the best person you can be, and keep your vibration up by not engaging in whatever is causing others to be hateful, angry, and fearful. There's no need for that now. The best thing you can do is to question any beliefs that bring you into a negative egoic state, and to affirm any beliefs that raise you out of that state. That is your work, not to change others, but to change yourself. That is who you're responsible for. You're responsible for your own consciousness, not other people's, and in the end, the only way that consciousness will be raised on earth is by raising others up to your consciousness through resonance, not so much by trying to reason with them. Consciousness is raised through loving kindness and acceptance. You can rest from any battle now. There can be no political, religious, or racial battle without two sides engaging in a battle. Do not engage in conflict, and those who wish to will have nothing to fight. Be at peace. I am with you always.